raven. A lot of people have been asking about Sam and how he's doing. I just want to make sure everybody knows that he's doing fine. Aren't you, Sam?
Yeah, I'm fine.
See, he's fine. He's doing pretty good. This is his room. We're working on it. We were working on it this time last year, and I started working on, other rooms, because this is a room for a raven. So it really doesn't matter how it looks, but Sam does like paintings. He likes that painting over there of the nymphish-looking blonde woman. And he likes that other painting of the dude. He likes those. He likes some paintings. He doesn't just like me to throw anything in here. Now, one thing that Sam does like is meat. He likes pork. He likes beef. I was stepping on a water bowl for him. What he likes is pork. I don't know if he'll eat any, but this is pork with calcium in it. I'm coming up here. I'm going to start working on his room more. Sam, do you want that? You want that pork? He might just take it and throw it on the ground. No, he's not. He's going to eat it. He likes it. He likes raw pork, raw beef, raw fish. He likes to cook too. You have to add calcium. Remember, calcium is the #1 deficiency of all our pet animals. That's dogs, cats, birds, reptiles. You have to give extra calcium, especially if you're giving raw diet and you're just giving meat protein. It doesn't matter if it's a dog or a raven. All these animals that eat whole other animals, like a dolphin eats a whole fish, there's bones in there. So in the wild, he might get a hold of a mouse. See what I'm saying? He would eat bone. He'd be eating bone. So you have to, even like a pigeon that doesn't eat whole other animals. They, like the pigeons in Brooklyn, they will fly to the beach and get like bits of shell, and they'll eat bits of shell. So it's the same thing. They have to have calcium in their diet. So that calcium in particular. No, he really can't paint. He really can't paint. But what he can do is look at books, and I am going to do a video of that very soon. Well, I'll bring a table in here, and I have these like coffee table books, and he will flip through the books, looking at pictures. Sometimes he'll flip back and look at them. It's pretty cool to watch him do it. It really is. It's pretty cool. It's clear that he likes some pictures more than he likes other pictures. You know, he's a raven. He's interested. Sometimes he might rip a picture out too that he doesn't like. But so I'll put a table in here and we'll watch him do that. It is fairly interesting. The only reason why I'm not doing it is that I have to bring a table in this room, and I just had surgery like a week ago. I had nothing severe, hernia surgery, so I don't want to move anything heavy. But maybe Katya can move the table. It's not too heavy. Or maybe I can roll it in here and we can watch him look at books. It's fascinating, it is. It's like, you can see that there's really something up there. There was this notion the birds are stupid. They're not stupid. They have a high neural concentration in their brain. It's a different type of brain than a mammal's brain, but they're very smart. They're smarter than a dog, which isn't saying a whole lot. I mean, dogs, all mammals are trainable. He's not a mammal, he's warm-blooded. And I think that confuses some people too, because birds look, totally different than us. But there are similarities in birds and humans. We're both bipedal. We both walk on two legs. And we're both warm-blooded. Some birds, pick a mate for life. Some species don't, and that would be true of humans too. Some humans can't stay with one person for a week, you know. You know what I'm saying? Sam's just throwing spit on me right now, actually. It was kind of pork spit. But that's the deal if you're, you live with a raven. Is it, there's a lot of mess to clean up. He's cool though. I love Sam. Sam's been with me for a while. He gets along with my cat Bucket. He's good looking, that's for sure. Start working in your room, Sam. Sammy. Now, Sam does eat other things besides like raw diet. He'll eat dog food. He'll eat some cat food. He eats Harrison's. He eats Harrison's bird food. Don't you, Sam? Sam likes Harrison's. I like giving him Harrison's. The pigeons eat Harrison's. He does have a little tiny AK-47 around here. It's a lighter that I bought in Brooklyn. Sometimes he holds that in his beak and it looks crazy. Sammy. Sam's 13 years old. Oh, Sam, somebody gave you some money. Hang on here. Let's see what it says. Nice to see Sam's doing. See if I can do this. Nice to see Sam's doing well. Katya is doing well too. Love both your stuff. Thank you. Thank you. We really appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Just saying. This really funny Sam with I don't know what that said. That's oh well thank you. He must be crazy. Snap a picture the next time he's holding the AK. There's probably a video with him holding the AK. I'll get him to hold it. If I had a tripod, I'd go get it for him. Put this in a tripod, but see, I mean, this of course is the new iPhone 12 Pro Max. By the way, Katya has a video out right now. It's a new video. She put it out last night. It's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. The song she wrote for it is great. The visuals are great. You can find it on her channel, or you can. I forwarded it to this channel. You can see it under community. And Sammy. That's real close. Like the camera's within inches of Sam. He's used to this. He's fairly used to it. If I keep doing it, I might really annoy him now. So I'll back off. But he's totally used to the camera. He can see himself in the camera. He knows what we're doing. There is a thank you. Welcome to Baby Sasquatch level. That's great. I'm glad you joined the channel. This is sort of off topic, but if anybody is looking for a cameo, if you don't know what to give your friend for Christmas, I have a cameo. I'm on Cameo. You've calmed down a lot, Peter. You're feeling okay. Are you just getting older? I'm not calmed down, dude. You don't know me to begin with. You don't know who I am or if I'm calm. I'm gonna fight this summer. I'm doing MMA, so you think I'm calmed down? I'm 58 years old. I got a hernia operation so that I can fight MMA, and you're telling me I'm calmed down. Yeah, I'm getting old. Yeah, I'm getting old, idiot. What a jerk. Do you see that, Sam? Sam knows I'm the same person I was last year or the year before. There's not a lot of difference in me, dude. Yeah, I'm getting old. Yeah, I am getting old. Dick. Sam understands. Right, Sammy? If anybody's watching this after this was a live stream, in case you were wondering, there's chats that, well, you're probably going to see the chats. Unless Sam starts talking like filth. Sam does have a potty mouth when he talks. So, there's Sammy. Now, Sam is an African hybrid raven, meaning he's hybrid pied crow. He's pied crow and a brown neck raven, and that's what you get. This is how the males look. Like they have this like sort of whitish chest, they get like sort of the white of the pied crow, and they get more the size of the raven. Like a pied crow is not even like close to this size. It's like at least half the size of Sam. I don't know how they make them hybrids. Now, crows and ravens, they will do that in the wild too. They can, you can have hybrids in the wild. There are some differences in them, but genetically they're pretty much the same. You're talking about like the difference between a dove and a pigeon. Same thing. Right, Sammy? Now that behavior there, that's not really him sharpening his beak. You would not, people go, oh, he's sharpening his beak. No, not really. It's more about sort of wearing it down and keeping it clean. Sam is not a bird of prey. Sam would be considered a scavenger. Sam is omnivorous. Crows and ravens are omnivorous. So they'll eat a wide variety of things. That's why pet food, dog food, puppy food, cat food, they can eat that. Dog food's sort of more appropriate. He likes blueberries, he likes olives. I don't give him a lot of olives because of the salt content. But he likes blueberries, he likes berries, he'll eat fruit. He likes meat mostly, he likes meat. He'll eat anything really, but I try and keep his diet balanced with, calcium and other stuff. He doesn't really need a vitamin supplement because he does get Harrison's, and also pet food. Pet food is full of stuff, vitamins and minerals and stuff, so he doesn't really have any problem there. Every once in a while I give him a fish oil pill, and he'll break those open. Now I did in the past, he has had, I've given him feeder mice and stuff like that. It's just disgusting though. It is, like you find like a little leg of a mouse, and Sam will have a tendency to like take like the pork he has, like see how it's just sitting over here. He ate some of it and it's sitting over here, and if he gets excess, if he gets in the other room that me and Katya use up here, Sam will, he would take that meat and put it like underneath one of the pillows or underneath one of the blankets. They'll hide, they'll have like these caches of food that they hide. Won't you, Sam? He's pretty awesome. He is. Katya gets along with him. Um, I think Sam has bitten Katya a couple times, but you can tell if a crow or raven like is not afraid of you. Like if he's not afraid of her, like there's no like fear of the person. Like if a stranger walked in the house, like Sam would have a tendency to stay away from him and get real excited, fly around the room nervously. But you know, Sam and Katya hit it off pretty good. I went to Brooklyn. I was still taking stuff out of my art studio in Brooklyn, so Katya had time to bond with Sam. Now, as far as like a pet goes, man, you gotta have like this is Sam's room, so keep that in mind. You can't really have them in a cage. Birds they can't just be in a cage their whole life. You need to take them, be able to get them out of the cage and be able to handle them. If you can't handle the bird, you probably shouldn't have it. So at the very least, you have to be able to get the bird hand trained. You have to get them hand trained. If you're not going to get that bird hand trained, you should not have the bird. And they will bite. All birds will bite. It doesn't matter if it's a pigeon. It doesn't matter if it's a parrot. Parrots bite real hard. You can't be like, oh, the bird bit me. Now I'm gonna like be afraid to deal with it in a cage. That would be true. Not really of them biting and hurting, but like finches, those little finches that people buy and just keep in a cage. That's fucking uncool. You can't just have a bird in a cage its whole life. You have to be able to take it out. So if you're gonna get a finch, maybe you should get like a real young one, or find a room in your place that the finches stay in. It could be a room like this. It could even be smaller because it's a finch, and then you could have a chair in there, and then you could go in and you could sit around with the finches and put birdseed in your hand, and they could get used to you. And you could get them hand trained that way. They have to get habituated to you. They have to get used to you. But to have just like a bird, like thinking like it's ornamental, is wrong. That is so wrong. That is the worst. They're not ornamental. They're beings that have feelings. They don't have emotions like us. So to say that is, but more so than a dog, that's for sure. Dog's emotional state, I tend to think like, what emotional state? They're either on or off, and they don't get sad. They don't. Animals like don't have the gray matter that we have. So we come with a lot of issues, like psychological issues, which, you know, dogs, cats, birds, they don't really have that. I've never met a sad dog or a depressed dog. Usually I've met depressed owners that, you know, they have the issue, and they put this upon, you know, upon the animal. Like, they say my dog's depressed, and the dog's never depressed. I'm like, I'd amp that dog up real quick. A dog's not depressed, you're projecting. People project their emotional state on dogs and animals. There's just, you know, there's no suicide in the dog world. It just doesn't exist. Can you pet it? Well, it's not an it. Yeah, I can pet him. His name is Sam. Yeah, I can pet him. What's the matter with you? He's got a name. Guy's in my family. Yeah, I can pet him, but I don't just run up to him and pet him, kid. That's a huge mistake, and that's the same thing that I hear. People think that you're just supposed to be able to run up and pet a dog, like a dog is for yours to pet. How would you like that? How would you like that if somebody just started like running up to you and touching you all the time? No, I don't do that, kid. Or you can stay off my channel. No, you don't do that, and you don't do that with any animal. You don't just run up to him and start petting it. Oh, he's going to like me a lot. No. can you pet it? How annoying. Yeah, I can pet Sam. I can pet Sam. I've already done videos on this because people ask that stupid question. Yes, I physically interact with Sam. But I don't just run up to him and it's time to get petted, Sam. What's the matter with you? See, this is a problem with our society, is that we have 4 million dogs dying every year. We have crows, ravens, parrots getting... People will just let them go. Those animals don't live. That Sam is not a wild animal. He was born in captivity. From day one, he was fed by a human. He'd be dead outside within 2 days. That's a fact. He'd have no idea where to get food. People are like, oh, I'll just get a bird, and if it doesn't work out, I'll let it go. Jerks. People are jerks. 4 million dogs dying every year. We have birds that are just let loose. Ask anybody in animal rescue. I'm not making this up. Cats are the same way. Cats are treated like crap. They do it to lizards. They do it to snakes. The Florida Everglades are full of boa constrictors, pythons, all kinds of pet animals that were let loose that are not indigenous to that area. It's really horrible. It's really horrible because people have this attitude that animals have different personalities too. So some animals might really like to be petted. And when you're petting, like say a dog, you might be conditioning in excitement. So you don't just go pet a dog. If a dog is excited, stop petting it. Okay, stop petting it. I'm saying it because I know it's hypothetical. I don't know the dog's name. His name is Sam. Okay, it's Sam. He's not an it. People. Sam knows what I'm talking about, don't you, Sam? Now, if we were in the wild, Sam was in the wild, just to give you a little bit, wake-up call. Say I was climbing a mountain, and I went up too high, I got hypoxia, and I died, and the Sherpas left me. What would happen to my body? Sam the Raven and his type would be eating me. They would just come and eat me. He wouldn't care. I'm an animal. I would be a food source. But he is domesticated. He would not know how to get food. He's domesticated, okay? Do you understand the difference between domesticated and wild? Wild means the animal was born in the wild. Domesticated means that selective breeding has taken place. He comes from zoo stock taken from the wild in the late 1800s. He's not wild, okay? He's not wild. So all kinds of animals, you can domesticate an animal in just like a few years. You can totally change them in just a few years. There isn't this like, oh, it takes thousands of years like the dog. No, it doesn't. Domestication is about selective breeding. I'm going to breed this animal with this animal and come up with specific traits. That's it. He cannot survive in the wild, okay? While we're on the subject, spring is coming up. If you see a baby bird on the ground, leave it on the ground. Don't touch it. You're going to take it home. You're going to kill it. It's going to die. You pick it up. The parents are watching you pick it up. You understand that? They're watching you pick it up. Spring rolls around and summer rolls around. You see a deer. Leave it. Leave it. And whenever you see these people on YouTube with deer, baby deer, know that they took those baby deer while the mother was close. The mother leaves the baby deer for up to 10 hours while she feeds. You'll find them nestled in grass. The deer was not abandoned. These are people saying this to fulfill their whatever need, their fucking narcissistic need on YouTube. Oh, aren't I a good person? Bottle feeding the baby deer. No, you're a lousy person. You stole the baby deer from the mother. Do not ever touch a baby deer. And when you see them nestled up in grass like that, get away, because a deer's sense of smell is good or better than a dog's. They need really great scenting ability so that they can smell the dog coming and get the hell out of there, okay? So they have real good hearing, real good eyesight, and real good smell. If they smell a human, they're not gonna come around. Don't pet the baby deer that's on the ground, okay? It's beautiful. Get out as quick as possible. Walk out the way that you came and wish the baby deer luck, and know that the mother is very close. Anytime you see these people on YouTube doing this with the baby deer, know that they're creeps. They're creeps. This is all fact. Check it out. Mother deer leave their baby deer for up to 10 hours to feed. This happens daily. It happens every day. So all you have to do is be walking around in the woods a lot. You're going to see, I see them every year. Baby birds, you see them on the ground. If they have some feathers on them, if they're feathered, get out of there, because baby birds live a day or two on the ground eating bugs, and then they fly up. That's how it works. Okay, there's very few birds that fly out of the nest other than like the harpy eagle, which stays in the nest for some ridiculous amount of months. And then it flies out of the nest to make its first kill. It makes its first kill, it goes for a monkey, and then that's it. But most birds are in the nest for, pigeons are pretty long, but they're in the nest for a while. They fly down to the ground, they hang out on the ground, popping around for a day or two, and then they start flying up to the trees. Maybe they live in bushes, whatever. That is the reason why birds lay multiple eggs, is because the mortality rate on birds is very high. So, say a robin's nest, there's 4 eggs, usually. It'd be good if one of them made it. On average, one robin out of the nest is gonna make it. One out of 4. The other one's gonna get hit by a car. It could be a cat, a human gets involved, takes it home and dies there. But you look at it about one out of 4. So when you think like, no, I have to help it, get control of your emotions and understand this. When you see that baby bird, a coyote could eat it, flies need to eat. That baby bird will not go to waste. I understand it's sad, but that is what nature is. This is what nature is. So if you want a bird, then you go to a bird store or buy one from a breeder. You do not see a crow in the woods and take it home. And if you do, they're protected under the Migratory Bird Act, and if somebody finds out that you have a crow or raven that is indigenous to this country, the Conservation Department will come and take that bird away. You cannot keep it. You can't keep a robin, you can't keep any of the songbirds. It's morally wrong to do. If you do find a baby bird and you insist that it needs help, say you find a robin and it's in the road, you can move it out of the road. You could do that. Don't take it home, it'll die. But if you find a bird that's way too young, meaning it's missing feathers, it's like, it can't pop around at all, then you find an animal rehabilitator, a licensed animal rehabilitator, and you take it there ASAP. Because with birds need to eat. They're not like dogs. Dogs can go up to 2 weeks without, like a wolf. A wolf could go up to 2 weeks without making a kill. Okay, so your domestic dog could go a day, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, as long as they have water. A bird has to have water and food on a daily basis. So if the bird has fallen out of the nest or whatever, you need to get on the internet, open up a phone book and find an animal rehabilitator ASAP and get it there very fast. If you find a bird of prey, you could take it to an animal hospital, and they're obligated to take that bird of prey. So know that. You find wildlife, don't touch it. Don't touch a raccoon. It's a rabies vector. Never touch a bat. another rabies vector, baby skunks, rabies vector. It'd be better if you just left them alone and you don't know where the adult is. While we're on the subject of rabies, if you see any of the nocturnal animals during the daylight, like a bat, a raccoon, a possum, don't touch it. It's probably ill. It's probably ill because you're seeing it during the daylight, and that's not normal. While we're on that subject, once more, wolves. Wolves get a bad rap. They do. They've been screwed. They've been vilified for just hundreds of thousands, however long. They get a bit, it's like that they are not the killer that people think that they are. The wolves are not like that. Wolves, I think in the last 100 years, every time there's been a wolf attack on a human, it's been a wolf that's been sick, meaning rabies. So it's not really anything that's going to attack you. They're more afraid of you than it. You see a cougar, you see a mountain lion, something like that, don't run. Walk out of the area. Get out of there. Get out of there. I'm going to shut this down because my battery's dying. But anyway, there's Sam. He's doing real good. Bears, be careful of bears. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll do this again with Sam real soon. Right, Sammy? Sammy, say goodbye. Goodbye, you jerks. That wasn't very nice. He's not very nice. He says things, but he's a lover, not a fighter. Aren't you, Sam? F you, Caine. Don't listen to him. We'll do this again. Thanks a lot. See y'all.